Hello everybody. Sorry I'm not with you today. I wanted to make a video of the lesson so you didn't miss out while I was gone. So if you could turn to your packets on page 22 and we're going to fill out the notes together. And to Miss Ayala or the sub, if at any point you or the students want me to stop, you can pause the video for them to try it and then start playing it again for them to check how they're doing. So today we're going to learn the last property. It's the division property of exponents. And here's how it goes. So what do you do when you're dividing same bases? All right, so I'm going to write this out for you guys. A to the 8th power, doesn't that mean A times A times A times A 8 times? So let's write that. A times A 8 times 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then A to the 5th power means A times A times A times A 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's cancel some A's. So 1 pair cancels, 2 pair cancels, 3 pair cancels, 4 pair cancels, 5 pair cancels. Whatever's left, that's your answer. So we have 3 A's left on top. A times A times A is A cubed. That's the answer. All right, let's try B. So x to the 4th means x times x times x times x 4 times. And x to the 9th means x times 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 x's. All right, when you're ready, let's cancel some x's. So 1 pair cancels, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs. So what's left? Well, there's nothing left on top. So there's like a secret 1, and there's 5 of them left on bottom. So the answer is 1 over x to the 5th power. Okay, so the question is, can anybody come up with the rule? How could you do this without writing all this out? And did anybody say it? You subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. And 4 minus 9 is negative 5. But if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. Okay, so you always do top minus bottom. If it's positive, it stays. If it's negative, you drop it like it's hot. Okay, so here's our rule. To divide powers having the same base, you subtract the exponents. And remember, if it's negative, you drop it like it's hot. All answers, all exponents must be positive in the final answer. So now I bet you guys can do this one. If it's A7 divided by A2, you subtract. 7 minus 2 is 5, so the answer is A to the 5th power. Base stays the same and you subtract exponents. Okay, so this might be a good time for you to pause the video and try some of these, and then I'm just going to run through the answers here. So number 1, 11 minus 5 is 6. So the answer is K6. Number 2, 9 minus negative 2. Now here's where you guys have to be careful. Minus a negative is a plus. So 9 minus a negative 2 is really like 9 plus 2, which is really b to the 11th power. All right, number 3. 3 minus 9 is negative 6. So p to the negative 6. But if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So it's 1 over p to the positive 6. Let me circle my answers here. And then number 4, there's a secret 1. So 1 minus 6 is negative 5. So this is m to the negative 5. But if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot, and it's 1 over m to the positive 5. Okay, now the ones below are just maybe a little bit harder where you have to do some combining first. So when you guys have k's on top and bottom, I would do the top first, and remember on top you add. So this would be k7 over k2. Okay, so like clean up the top first, and then when you divide, you subtract. 7 minus 2 is k to the 5th. Okay, and then number 6, we're going to have to do the z's separate from the y's. So let's subtract the z's, and 4 minus 3 is 1, right? z1. And then we'll do the y's separate. 6 minus 9 is y to the negative 3, but if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So final answer, the z is going to stay on top, but the y to the 3rd is going to drop. And when you drop it, it becomes positive. Okay, number 7's a little weird. The trick on this one is to extend this bar over, and this one's on top and this one's on bottom. So you just kind of pretend it's a fraction. Okay, so now that you have y8 on top and y3 on bottom, you subtract, and it's just y to the 5th. They just look a little weird. Same thing with 8. If you extend this, x to the 1 is on top and x to the 8 is on bottom. Just treat it like one big fraction. And when you're dividing, you subtract. 1 minus 8 is negative 7, so x to the negative 7. But if your exponent's negative, you drop it like it's hot, so it's 1 over x to the positive 7. Okay, and then moving on to the next few. Now these we should probably do together. Okay, what if there's normal numbers? So if there's normal numbers out front and you're dividing, you actually divide. So for example on this one, 10 divided by 2. Like these are not exponents, these are normal numbers. What is 10 divided by 2? And hopefully you guys are saying 5. So that's how you start. And then do the exponent rule. If you're dividing same bases, you subtract. 5 minus 3 is x2. Okay, so if we go back and try 9 now, 3 divided by 1 is still 3, right? So that doesn't change. And then when we divide same bases, we subtract. So 4 minus 5 is a to the negative 1. But if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So this ends up being 3 over a to the positive 1. And this might be a great time to pause the video and have you guys try 11 and 12. Okay, so hopefully you guys paused and tried it. Number 11, normal numbers we divide. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And then exponent rule says when you subtract. So 6 minus 2 is x to the 4th. So 2x to the 4th. And then number 12, normal numbers, when you divide, you divide. 6 divided by 12 reduces to 1/2. So I would just reduce it to 1/2. And then we're going to subtract the a's. 7 minus 5 is a2. And we're going to subtract the b's. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. But if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. So I'm going to drop the b to join the 2 in the denominator. So final answer is a squared over 2b to the 4th. That one we might have to go over later in the week when I'm back. A squared over 2b to the 4th. All right, and then one last thing. You guys are doing great. Well, I can't see you, so hopefully you're doing great. When you have a fraction raised to a power, you distribute the power to the numerator and the denominator. Then simplify using our rules. So this one's really easy. It's just saying if you have a fraction, the exponent goes to the top and the bottom. Okay, so this would be R7 over S7. Just make sure they both get a piece of the 7. All right, so let's try one of these, and then you guys can pause again and try, and then check. So number 1, same thing. If it's a fraction in the inside, distribute the cube to both. So it's x cubed over y cubed. They both get it. Same thing with 2. If it's z over b to the negative 2, they both get raised to the negative 2. So it's z negative 2 over b negative 2. But if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. So we're not done with this one. Final answer is going to be the b squared is going to come up and the z squared is going to drop down. Okay, number 3. 2 to the negative 1 over 3 to the negative 1. I wouldn't type it in the calculator. I would leave it like this, and then if your exponent's negative, drop it like it's hot. If it's negative on the bottom, then you bring it to the top. So final answer, 3 to the 1 comes up, and 2 to the 1 comes down. So the answer is just 3/2. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. 3/2. And then lastly, number 4, this one gets cubed and this one gets cubed. Now, do you guys remember the property? Power to a power u, multiply. So this one's K9 over M12. All right, thank you so much for being flexible, everybody. That was the lesson, and the homework is on the next page, page 24. Only this one page, page 24. All right, I hope I see you guys soon. Bye.